Hey everybody, Mike from Just Watch back with another Just Watch episode. Everybody, thank you for joining us today. Definitely appreciate having you along. If you are a first-time visitor to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button below. Definitely love to have you along for future episodes. All right, so today we are going to do an unboxing on this Hamilton right here. This is one of their Khaki Field series, really popular watch series with a fantastic spec sheet, some really impressive features, and also I think you're getting a lot of watch for the money. I have reviewed one of these before. I think it was the 38 millimeter size with the green dial. Definitely the green dial, I remember. I think it was a 38. You can go back through my playlist and check that out. I'm sure it is back there. I think it was midsummer, somewhere in there where I reviewed that. So anyways, I'm excited to take a look at this one and also give it a longer term review. I'm probably going to run it on a NATO. I'm just not a big leather strap fan myself. But we'll never know. We'll see what it looks like when I get it out of the box. And then we will give you guys a longer term review on this watch after I can give it some wrist time for a bit. Still wearing the Squale 1545 ceramic bezel with the maxi dial, the vintage kind of maxi dial. Really enjoying wearing this watch, and it's doing really well as far as its timekeeping, just its overall build quality. Not a huge fan of the bracelet it came on, which I kind of touched on, and I'm going to give you guys more information on in the weeks to come when I do the full review on the Squale, so stay tuned for that as well. So anyways, before we get too much off on a tangent, let's get this under the lights and take a look. All right, so let's take a look at this Hamilton Khaki Field watch. Excited to take a look at it. So we have typical Hamilton inner and outer box with the silver foil logo across the top there. And inner box, what else is in here? Ah, cool. They gave us a pin tool with the Hamilton logo there. So that'll come in handy. It's always good to have extra pin and strap tools. And then of course our general instruction manual, Hamilton logo, and there is the international warranty card inside. And of course, all the different languages that the watch comes, or that the manual comes in. Move those out of the way. Let's get to the heart of the beast here. Oh, it helps if we open it from the hinge. I forgot that they always do the box on the inner box. They always do the logo on the vertical. And there it is. So this is the 38 millimeter Hamilton Khaki Field Auto. This is H70455-533. Actually, color-wise, the leather strap is very similar to the Alpina that I just reviewed from Mimo's Jewelry last week, if you guys remember that one. It's actually, excepting for the dial color, it's very similar as far as like the combination of case and strap, and it's also a much smaller size at 38 millimeters. So just something to keep in mind. Let me zoom in a little bit here for you guys, just so we can take a look a little bit closer at it. Yeah, let's get this plastic off. So there we go. So much better when you get the plastic off. So that is there. And do we have plastic on it? It looks like we do. See if I actually, let me pop my glove off here so we can remove that. There's the plastic off the inside. We're back in business. I really like the size of this watch at 38 millimeters. I have to tell you straight off, my 170 millimeter wrist, I think this is going to wear really nicely. Let's run through it. So we have a stainless steel construction throughout, really nice sweeping lugs, flat finish throughout with the exception of the bezel. So you can see that is polished, everything else is flat, just a really nice brushed finish on top. Nice edges, no real bevels or anything on those edges, and a signed polished crown with the Hamilton logo that you can see there. Take a look at the case back. Nice job on the case back too. So you have a sapphire crystal so you can see through at the movement. This is Hamilton's H10 movement. So we have a 25 jewel movement that has a beast of an 80-hour power reserve and beats along at 21,600 vibrations per hour. This movement is based on the ETA C07.611. It is customized by Hamilton. You can see that rotor with the logo and the cutouts there, a few other things. Really nice job on the movement, and just very simply signed, water resistant, 10 bar, and no screw down crown or anything like that. So that is your case back and your movement. The dial features Arabic numerals all the way around, except of course at the 3 o'clock position where we have our date aperture. Date is in white with black lettering. Really nice black dial. You can see it changes color a little bit. There's a little bit of a bevel or of an angle down in the track where the Arabic numerals are, which appears a little bit lighter gray. I don't know if I can catch that right on my studio eyes. One thing that is jumping out on me is this crystal. It is a domed sapphire crystal, but it does not have any AR coating, which I think it should. You can see how harsh the studio lights are reflecting off of there. If you compare that to a watch that does have, see the difference? So that is AR coating versus non-AR coating. That's a really good glaring example of the difference between the two. So I wish that Hamilton did, especially where it's like a military type of field watch. You think the last thing they'd want is that crystal reflecting back at you. We have kind of a combination between sword and syringe style handset. It is a center hours, minutes, seconds with the red tip on that sweeping second hand. Of course, really long minute hand and hour hand that reaches well into that minute track. You can see, give you a look at that minute track there. Really cool the way they did that. So you have your 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds going around. You also have 24-hour time on the inside there. And of course, very simply signed with the Hamilton at 12 and then the Khaki automatic there below at the 6. And of course, Swiss made way down there in the minute track. I really like the shape and the dimension of the case all around. Really nice and thin, 38 millimeters. I think it's 10 millimeters thick. Nice sweep there. Actually, I did not measure the lug to lug, so let's take a look at that too. So we have, looks like 40, just under 47, like 46.5 millimeter lug to lug. So basically the same dimension as a Submariner, that 47, 47.5 from lug to lug. So nice stuff there. Yeah, I really like just the shape, the dimensions, and the case profile here. Let's try it on the wrist. So this is the Squale 1545 I've been testing. We'll be back with a full review on this one in a bit. You guys probably noticed I did take it off of the factory bracelet. We'll get into that as to why I chose to do that in the review. So let's try this on. Now one thing that's jumping out at me is you got quite a bit of distance between these pinholes, and I feel like I'm kind of in between sizes. Like that's a little on the tight side. I think if I went out to the other one, it would be too loose. So let's catch that underneath there. Pop off the glove, pull up the sleeve, and there it is on the wrist. A really nice size. I like that 38 millimeter size a lot. Really nice quality. I like that contrast type of saddle stitching on the strap as well. And then you just see how nicely that sits down on your wrist. As I said, I have a 170 millimeter wrist, so just under 7 inches for you people that do not speak metric. Let's get this off. Did not show you the strap in any detail either. So we have khaki on the inside, Hamilton signing. Like I said, there is a bit of a space between there. They could probably be a little bit closer together, but not a huge deal breaker. And then just a really simply signed pin buckle, Hamilton, and of course your hang tag there. Let's take a look at the loom now, see how the loom does. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll do side by side the Squale versus the Hamilton Khaki. So one thing I did notice on the last review I did on the Hamilton was that the loom was not super strong. And comparing it to the Squale here, you can see a bit of difference, but not too bad. It is handset only. There's no loom on the dial. I'd love to see a fully loomed dial version of this watch, but still pretty good stuff. Let's get the lights back on and we'll wrap this up. So that is it for our quick unboxing on this Hamilton Khaki Field Auto. Like I said, I really like just the overall aesthetic, the size, the dimensions, just everything about it as far as the dial goes. the kind of a vintage military feel to it. And also the strap feels pretty good. So I am going to run it on a NATO though. I really want to try it out that way. I think it'll look really cool on a NATO. So we'll be back with a longer term review on this piece very soon. Nice job by Hamilton on this. It is a $550 suggested retail price. Not terribly expensive considering what you are getting here. The only thing that's really jumping out at me right off the bat is the lack of anti-reflective coating on that sapphire crystal. So that is it. All right, everybody, thank you for checking out this quick review unboxing on the Hamilton Khaki Field Auto. If you like the content, please do hit the subscribe button. It's going to be right here. I'd love to have you along for future episodes. All right, everybody, thank you for checking it out. We'll be back soon.